Shoebox Billy, Ray Engan.
I heard a crack, a thud, and then an ow on a sunny summer Saturday, smack dab in the middle of tree climbing season. My best friend, Shoebox Billy, took one step too many and dropped 5.8 feet from our tree fort like a red-headed, freckle-faced rock. Flat on his back, and Billy was finger-pointing mad at gravity. The next words out of his mouth created a neighborhood legend. I can fix that. Then he stuck out his foot, because in our neighborhood, we didn't high-five to say we were okay. We gave the low toe. Madam Towmaster, fellow Towmasters, and anyone who's ever fallen while chasing a dream, what would it take for you to believe that anything is possible? Shoebox Billy didn't believe anything was possible. Shoebox Billy proved it. We called him Shoebox Billy because he would solve your problem simply by taking common household items and putting them inside of a shoebox. Then he made you fuel the shoebox machine with your belief. They worked. With a shoebox, Billy stopped monsters from living under Daryl's bed. With a shoebox, he stopped Pete from catching cooties. Every neighborhood kid believed in their shoebox. The day after he fell out of the tree, Billy was carrying a shoebox. It's my best one ever, Ray. Look. Inside the shoebox, there were sponges, rubber bands, and pineapple upside-down cake. It's a gravity machine. No more falling out of trees. It worked. I watched Billy place the shoebox at the base, scamper up the tree, close his eyes, and start swinging from branch to branch around the tree. He circled the tree twice. At 7 years old, that was scientific proof. We never fell from another tree, ever. Then, Billy disappeared. For weeks and weeks, no one knew where Billy was. We finally heard at school that Billy had caught something called flimphoma. I remember racing home to my mom. Mom, what's flimphoma? Mom. I was excited because if Billy had it, it had to be terrific. My mom cried. She said, "Oh, honey, Billy's going to get really, really skinny and lose all his hair." Then the doorbell rang. It was Pete and Daryl. Pete was crying. Daryl looked angry. Daryl turned his anger into resolve and said, "Get a shoebox. We can fix this." And out we raced to build a flimphoma-curing shoebox machine. Now, Mom always said that the problem with skinny people is they didn't eat enough chocolate. So we threw 17 pieces of chocolate in the box. Well, it was 20, but we got a little hungry. Next, Bob's barbershop. Barber Bob, you need to shave our heads and give us the hair because we're going to use that to cure Billy of flimphoma. We each felt Bob's tears hit our newly shaved scalps that day, but we left carrying a bag full of hair, completely bald. I had no idea it would be permanent. Lastly, a magic rock. We painted it green until it glowed like kryptonite. That could stop Superman. Flimphoma didn't have a chance. We had hair, chocolate, kryptonite, and we had belief. Our cure was ready. 3 bubbly, bald-headed boys bounced into Billy's hospital room. Billy! I didn't recognize him. His eyes were empty. There were dried tears on his cheek. We handed him the shoebox and stepped back. I noticed a little quiver at the corner of Billy's lips. And then they turned up and just kept going, up past his ears and into his eyes. And pretty soon, Billy was beaming. But more importantly, from the corner of the bed, out wiggled his foot to give us a low toe. Billy had taken our shoebox, fueled it with his belief, and it worked. We were the only 4 people in the world that knew that Billy would be fine. Doctors called his recovery a miracle. Billy calls it scientific proof. Today, Billy builds shoeboxes for the world. He's an executive for Nike. If he were here today, he would ask you this: do you have trees left to climb? Wrongs you need to fix? If so, what belongs in your shoebox? Answer that, and life will give you the low toe. Madam Toastmaster.